All right, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another edition of Nani. An episode we're discussing anime that we're currently watching right now. And this anime, I was debating on talking about this. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do this or not. Now, it was in the list of the April anime April. Now, I was interested about, like, I don't think I'm going to do a discussion on it. So I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh shit! Like, listen, there are a lot of good animes that came out this month. There are a lot, and I'm not gonna be able to do all of them, like I said, due to my job and everything. But like, I'm gonna do as much as I can right there. Maybe I will talk about the other ones in a podcast, but like it's just so difficult to talk about all these ones, all these ones. But the last one for me, we're gonna be doing for April, which as you don't know, still got another one that comes out next week. We still have Go Go Loser Ranger season 2, which I think that comes out. That starts next week. I don't think it starts this week. I think it starts next week. So yeah, but today we're gonna be talking about To Be Hero X right there. And from what I saw, it's gonna be like 3D and 2D. And I read a little bit what it's about like right there, where it's like a hero develops trust with the people. That's how they gain the powers right there. And that's how it pretty much starts off. Right? It's like starts off with 2D animation, what it means to be a hero right there. And we have our main guy, Lin Lang, describing that anyone can be a hero. Even if you don't have any superpowers, you can be a hero right there. So like pretty much he's like inspiring people who don't have powers to become a hero, right? And his management is as both like, what is this? Like this is pathetic right there. You're done. Like this is stupid. Like why gonna be motivating people, to become a hero right there, even don't have any powers right there? This shit is stupid. And then homeboy's doing his job and he fires the guy. Now during this it's 3D right there. Like I guess when it gets to the action scenes, it's gonna be 2D, but when it gets to, like the regular everyday life, it's gonna be 3D right there, right? And granted, 3D. It's been a while since I've watched a show that's in 3D, especially in this like kind of AI situation. Like, yes, there's Ruby, but like Ruby could not to say that you can't see animation in both Ruby and To Be Hero X, but like Ruby, you definitely see more animated. Where like the To Be Hero X 3D, it's like how can I say? It's almost like it's like a reboot stuff, not reboot stuff, but like what was it called? Ed on ABC Family, almost that type of 3D type of shit right there, right? But yeah, so like I feel so action's gonna be 2D. Not to say there's not having any action in 3D. I'm sure there's gonna be some action in 3D, but like first of mostly action could be in 2D right there. So I like the fact that it goes from 3D and 2D. You don't really see that so much in animes right there, which again, props for that, and they do a tremendous job with that, by the way. But yeah, man, this boss is like killing Lane right there. It is just tough for him right there. It just sucks, right? So it's so bad that like it's gonna commit suicide right there. He's getting ready to commit suicide right there, but he was saying a hero on the projector screen, like you're gonna be grown. Oh, you're gonna grow old and shit. No one's gonna like you anymore, right there. So yeah, so f you right there, right now. As he's get look, he flips off. Well, he does a pinky, which I don't know if this would be the f you right there. I don't get, but he flips him off per se. Then we actually see oh, why is it here, man? Wow, wait, nice, and there's Mr. Nice Guy from My Hero. I don't know, man. I'm just listening to like it's nice, and there's Mr. Nice Guy from My Hero. It's like okay, so we see Nice flying around, floating down, and gives Ling Ling the pose and just walks off the building and commits suicide. And we're like, wait, what? And it's like, wait, that was a fake, right? Like he didn't just commit suicide, right? And the nicest management team is like, he saw that? All right, take him in right there. Like, so it's like I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on right there? Like the guy kills himself and Lena gets captured by, his somewhat management team or whatever like that, right? So since there's abandoned alley, and, so it's like, oh, there's a fucking be fine right there. He's like, no, this Dice is dead. Dice is like, oh, no, this is some annoying fan right there. Don't worry about him right there. She throws a paint can at him, and we see a little bit the paint on Lindley's hair. It's like, oh shit, this guy can actually become nice. He has the same like looks like it right there. So we can make this work right there. So pretty much, they're obviously they're not gonna report what happened to Nice. So now they're gonna make Ling Lang nice. But in order to do that, they're gonna show that hey, Ling Lang, you're nice now. No more Lin. Now Lin commits suicide right there. It's like, oh, don't worry. It's only by one viewer. It's only by one view right there. It's like, okay, she's better tell me, in order to become nice, you gotta train like him. you gotta have the trust within the people right there. Once you develop that trust with the people, you get your powers right there. Which like I said, I thought it was very interesting how it's all about the trust within the community right there. Which yes, you can see how this anime borrows stuff from like is well, I guess it's gonna be inspired, but you see the similarity to the boys, right? The heroes are celebrities. They're loved by the people right there, and they got the management team now. Obviously, well, then again, you never know. Now, obviously, I think the voice the voice is a lot darker, but it doesn't mean that Tiberius Hex cannot be dark as well. But also, the trust of the people right there, right? The trust gives in people to be Hero X their powers, right? Now with the boys, that trust led to the trust in Homelander led them, become the president right there. You know what I'm saying? In order to become like the official, you have trust within the people right there. So like, you see, some of the similarities right there, which you have that, then you have Go Go Loser Rage right there. Like you have a lot of the boys inspired stuff right now coming from these animes and shows in general right there, which I think is pretty interesting. It is. So yeah, so now now that he's nice right now, he has the girlfriend Moon. Moon is his girlfriend right there, right? So it's like what does that say? Like there's no role, like you are him right there, something like that. Something obviously someone correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think it's like it's not a role, like you are him per se, right? So yes, and also Lin, he's been a fan of Moon. Like he loves Moon. So it's like, yeah, it might be an acting job, but like he actually does love Moon. Like I said, Moon, like you said, they're a couple right there, which, in media's eyes, they're a couple right there. So, but in reality, they're probably not a couple, right? But Lin does cheer for Moon, right? So they get to this what's this called? This the true love recipe, but things aren't going to plan right there because the interviewer right there is not what the management team, picked right there, right? So this guy is like, trying to expose Nice for who he is right there. Like he's like, I know this guy's an actor, right? Which by the way, they don't know about the whole and him dying right there. Which by the way, did they not see the fact that he like that his like nicest body was just found dead right there? Like no one saw that. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but we're gonna go with that. No one saw his body besides Lynn, on the ground right there. But just say right there, right? So the guy asked him some tough questions like, how many commercials has Moon been in, and what was the runtime? Lynn was able to get there because I said he's a big fan of Moon. Well, yeah, the original actor, Nice would not know that, but Lynn knows that. And Moon was like, even I didn't know how many commercials I was in was my starting time, right? Then they asked me another question, like, do you love her? And I forgot how he answered right there, but it's like, he's the love of my life right there. Pretty much, disputing, this guy's question. Like, he's like being this guy at his own game right there, right? Now, guy pulls up his trump card and actually get Lynn's boss and to expose him because it's like, yo, you put this guy out of business right there, right? And then you drove his worker, his subordinate to commit suicide. It's like, oh, now I know where that one of you came from, right? And it's like the guy was like, you gonna pay me nice? You gonna pay me nice? Because like I said, he fired him. He has no money. He's got no job right there, and he's using this thing called fear, which like fear, like how can I say this? His fear, he's using his fear to like to fight nice right there, right? Like his fear of like losing the company, going broke, all that stuff. Like he's insinuating that to everybody else that's in that studio right there, right? So at first, nice is like, well, Len's able to like to Father's a little bit right there, right? But until we get the the super armor right there, he uses more of the fear on Moon, not on Nice. He's like, dang, can I really be here? Like he starts, self down himself right there until Moon motivates him and he's able to actually fight like super right there. Like I said, Lin is living his dream to become a superhero now. And he was able to defeat you. And that's by the way, that's the animation when he defeated his boss right there, which little did you know his boss does not know that's actually that Lynn is still alive right there. That was actually pretty cool. That could look like a comic feeling as well too. Like I was saying that how Vigilantes has like that comic book style. this 2D animation when Nice feed that guy, yeah, I definitely see like some comic book style right there, and I really really enjoy it. Like I said, the 2D animation in this anime, it's good. Like I really really like I said, comic book style right there. Like I said, I like the fact they're able to like switch between 2D and 3D right there. It's pretty cool right there. So yeah, Nice is living his dream right there by becoming no, not nice. Lin is becoming a hero. Living his dream to become a hero, right? But here's the one thing that concerns me, right, with Lin, right? Lin asks that I guess the manager, I forgot her name. It's like, why did he kill himself? Why did he do that? And she says, someday you're gonna be in the same spot. Make the wise choice right there. And it's like, oh snap. So like there might be a time where Nice might want not nice Len might want to kill himself right there. So he's gotta be careful. Like he's really like it's some shady but like everything's not perfect right there, right? I said they might be cool. They care about the ratings. That's what they care about. They care about the ratings. So it's like Lynn's got to be careful with this team right there. Like I said, they're giving him the life that he wanted, but like there's gonna be some shady shit going on now within that company, right? Speaking of shady, he gets to his bed, he sees Moon, but Moon is dead. And I'm like, yo, y'all ended the first episode like that. God damn, right there, yo. That is crazy. Like, that is crazy to end the episode like that. A bit of a cliffhanger right there. So I'm like, oh shit. So now Moon is dead. Now, I hope they don't think that was nice. We gotta see it right there. But no, this is a really good first episode, and I did not think I'll be watching this anime, but it's good. I'm enjoying right there. Like I said, Anime April has been fire, and I can't wait for the rest of the month. I can't wait for spring anime. Right, I can't wait for like what more we're gonna see this month, man. It's just been great. I'm just happy to be an anime fan right there, as y'all should be. But so, anyways, folks, subscribe for our next family. It's gonna be a like. Like I said, are you guys watching this anime to be reacted? Like I said, I was not expecting to watch it, but yo, this anime is good. I fuck with it, yo. I really do fuck with it. But so it's like I said, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, all the good stuff. And, follow me on my social media accounts as always. And remember what J. Cole said, folks. There is no such thing as a life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.